Hiya, welcome. This video is all about a vapor blasting cabinet that I've been building. It utilises the old sandblasting cabinets that you can get from Machine Mart. They don't work particularly well. They work on a suction system. There are improvements to be made. I think you convert them to a gravity feed. They work a lot better. In this instance, we've converted it to what we call vapor blasting or wet blasting. So all we're doing is utilising a pond pump in a bucket, a little bit of plumbing, and we're getting a hose pipe to mix the water and the media together, spinning it around in the bucket, and then we can take off of that, feed it up to the cabinet, add about 60 psi of air to the nozzle, and we've got a high pressure water and media blast gun, and it works very, very well constantly. It's self-contained, there's no dust. All the water falls back through the bottom and straight into the bucket and just goes around the system again. It's a great little thing. I've only done pretty much what most people have done on YouTube. There's nothing new about what I've done, but if you want to watch it, great. Enjoy the video. All I'm doing here is putting the cabinet back together. It was just a second-hand one I bought a couple of years ago. Never used it as yet. The reason for stripping it down was just to give it a quick blast of paint around the outside. It got a bit faded. And during the assembly, I'm just going to seal up the joints. So we're now converting it to water, so it needs to hold water. All I've used is Tiger Seal, which I had left over. this is roughly what we're looking at. So we just got a pond pump. You can see, I think I paid 30 quid for this one, something like that. They're all over the place. You can get them from Machine Mart, etc., Amazon. All we've done is knocked up a bit of plumbing pipe work just to convert it from, I think it was about 1.5 inches at the bottom. All we've done there, it looks complicated, but it's not. If you can see there, we've just come up and reduced the 1.5 inches or whatever it was at the pump down to about 22 mil. So the tube on the left hand side is your going to attach a length of tubing to that and curl it around the pump, and all that's going to do is agitate the media and the water together to produce like a sludge, if you like, and that just continually swirls around the bucket. You'll see a better picture of it in a minute. The bit I'm doing at the moment, first time I've done copper pipe soldering. I've normally got a man that does, but he's not available, so I'm doing it myself. It worked okay. All we're going to do there is 15mm copper tubing, or 1/2 inch and old manning, and that's pretty much it. Plumbing wise, I just went into a local plumbing shop, said, look, I need to reduce this and I want to achieve this, and the bloke went, okay, and he got all the bits and bobs for me, and I just assembled it up. I've not done it before, to be honest, but it worked out okay. You can see the pipe work now. It's what I've done. That black hose on the right hand side just curls around the pump, and then from there we've got 1/2 inch tubing, reinforced tubing, up to the cabinet. That's where your slurry, I think they call it, is going to come out into a blast gun. The other tube is your air that's going to come in. There's your new blast gun, as it were. You do away with the old one. These are available quite cheap on eBay. You can get more expensive ones, different designs, etc., but this one seems to work okay. You get different sized nozzle, and you can experiment, basically. This here, I've just rigged up a hose pipe, internal hose pipe, where I can just wash my item that I'm cleaning down, just give it a swill out. No big issues there. Sealed it off on the pipe work, and we're trying to stop any leaks going all around. This is the foot pedal for the air. So when you're ready, the slurry's already, the pump's already working, and it just literally just circulates itself, goes into the top hopper, falls out the bottom, back into the bucket, and then back round again. Bringing in about 60 psi of air, so you do need a fairly decent compressor and a fairly large capacity tank. Again, I've done a modification. I've got a very small compressor, and one of those quiet ones, I don't know if you've seen them, down to about 62, 63 decibels. Pretty good. And I'm just feeding another sandblasting tank that I've emptied. It was the upright one. I think it's 80-litre tank or something like that. Again, they don't work particularly well, so I've adapted it and turned it into a reserve air tank. So I've got now something like getting on for 130, 150 litre tank now. run on a little compressor, but that little compressor can knock out 16 CFM, which is about what you need for one of these vapor blasting machines. Up there at the top, I've just got some waterproof LED lamps that I've put up there for lighting. And that's where your slurry is just going to drop down as before. It just falls out the bottom into the bucket. And that's more or less it. Again, we've had people sealing up the door and putting little strips, rubber seals and God knows what else. And I don't find it's too much of a problem. And we're giving this a bit of a wash down. We're going to do a media change. Okay, moment of truth. There's the pump working. Hello, Tom. Hello, Tom. Right. There's my LEDs flickering away. We have a part of an oil cooler. It's a B25 bomber. And going to attempt for the first time in this washer and see how it comes up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, see what this cleans up like. This will be a Triumph TR6 So injection, so that would be about 75, 76, something like that. Not been touched in a while. 50 years old. So let's see what that cleans up like. Okay, and give it a go. Throttle spindle's actually seized. Don't worry about that later. Just get the base of it clean if you can. See what happens. Jaguar, obviously. No idea what this is going to come up like, but we're going to give it a try in the Vapour Blast machine and see what happens. Let's get a little bit of a close up. That's quite ingrained. That's the inside. I'm sure we can get a bit of that out. Bit mucky in there. It's got a bit of damage here and there, but we can sort that out. Okay, let's run it through the blaster and see what we can find. There's a little crack there. Again, that needs to be sorted out. Right, let's go, let's go, let's go.